Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin the procession of the Georgia Gwinnett College Fall 2025 graduating class. Please remain seated as the graduates enter the Convocation Center arena.
Please remain seated. The institutional procession is led by GGC faculty. The GGC seal and standard bearers represent the 5 academic schools within Georgia Gwinnett College, including the School of Business, the School of Education, the School of Health Sciences, the School of Liberal Arts, and the School of Science and Technology.
Each faculty leader carries a unique and cherished GGC symbol. The first bears the GGC seal. The remaining faculty leaders each carries a standard representing one of the 4 pillars of Georgia Gwinnett College, which are scholarship, leadership, service, and creativity.
Dr. Amy Munger, Associate Professor of Curriculum and Instruction and Secondary Education Department Chair, represents the School of Education and carries the standard bearing the Georgia Gwinnett College seal. The GGC seal represents the core mission, values, and vision of the college and identifies the college as unique among educational institutions. The seal reflects the college's official colors, green and gray, and contains GGC's 4 pillars and symbolism representing our students, faculty, staff, and community.
Dr. Ching Shao, Professor of Physics, represents the School of Science and Technology and bears the standard of scholarship.
Dr. S. Kathy McCrary, Associate Professor of Accounting, represents the School of Business and bears the standard of leadership.
Heather Morton, Instructor of Nursing and Nursing Department Interim Chair, represents the School of Health Sciences and bears the standard of service.
Dr. Ellen Rafshun, Professor of History, represents the School of Liberal Arts and bears the standard of creativity.
We now present the GGC faculty, who represent the academic ranks of full professor, associate professor, assistant professor, lecturer, or instructor.
The distinct regalia worn by the faculty reflects traditional colors of their academic disciplines and the colors of the various institutions where they receive their academic degrees. We invite you to learn more about the symbolism and significance of the GGC seal, tradition of academic dress, and student honors regalia by referring to page 11 in the commencement program. At this point, we're going to pause to allow our other guests into the arena. If you can please take your seats, we'll get started momentarily. Guests, if you can please find a seat, we're preparing ourselves for the platform party.
Please rise for the procession of the platform party and distinguished guests, which include the President of Georgia Gwinnett College, Dr. Jan L. Joseph, senior leadership of the college, academic deans, our student speaker, Shara Ivanfai, and our guest speaker, Dr. Deep Shah.
The platform party is also comprised of representatives from the University System of Georgia Board of Regents, the GGC Foundation Board of Trustees, the GGC Foundation, the Faculty Senate, Student Affairs, and the GGC Student Government Association. Finally, our ceremony today is graced by the presence of the GGC Mace, a centuries-old symbol of leadership and governance. Dr. Jason Delaney, professor of economics in the School of Business, precedes President Jan L. Joseph and bears the mace, a ceremonial staff that holds great historical and symbolic significance. The mace signifies the president's authority to guide our institution and govern. It also serves as a powerful reminder of the time-honored traditions and academic principles we uphold. It represents the continuity of our commitment to excellence in education and leadership in the academic community.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing and join the GGC ORTC in the presentation of colors. As the colors are presented, please remain standing and in silence until the conclusion of the singing of our national anthem, performed by Zay Nelson, our student soloist, under the direction of Dr. Mark Gilley, Associate Professor of Music and Interim Dean for the School of Liberal Arts.
Left. March on. March. Left turn. March. Color guard. Halt. Freeze. Set. Colors.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that a flag was still there. And oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Zay, for that rendition of the U.S. national anthem. Please remain standing and in silence until the colors have been retired. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
It is my pleasure to welcome to the podium the president of Georgia Gwinnett College, Dr. Jan L. Joseph.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Dr. Jan Joseph, and I serve as the president of Georgia Gwinnett College. Welcome to our fall 2025 commencement ceremony. Maybe we should applaud. Commencement season is one of my absolute favorite moments as president of this incredible institution. Today, we have the joy of coming together, our leadership team, faculty, staff, and families from all over the globe to celebrate our students. And what an occasion it is, with over 500 graduates who would cross the stage today in both of our ceremonies. As we begin this ceremony, please join me in welcoming many notable people in attendance. First, we recognize the GGC ROTC Color Guard and those attending today who have served or currently serve in the military. Would you please stand or wave to us so we can give you a well-deserved round of applause? Thank you. 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 We do not take your service for granted. Now I ask you join me, please be seated. Now I ask that you join me in recognizing our distinguished guests. Please stand as your names are called and remain standing. And audience, please hold your applause until everyone is recognized. Dr. Deep Shah, who will give the keynote address later in the program. Dr. Carlton Buchanan Jr., Chair of the GGC Foundation Board of Trustees and member of the GGC Foundation Board of Trustees. Malik Cooper, Chair of the GGC Alumni Association Board. Corian Johnson, President of the Student Government Association. And Shara Evanfe, our student speaker for this afternoon's ceremony. We appreciate all your support and generosity and commitment. Thank you for spending today with us. I want to begin by acknowledging our GGC cabinet, deans, faculty, and staff who work tirelessly every day to ensure our students have the appropriate resources needed to receive a quality education and achieve their goals. Please know that your positive impact will change generations. Thank you so much. I also want to express my sincere gratitude to the GGC staff members who are working today to ensure this ceremony is a wonderful celebration for all of our students and families. Your commitment is commendable and does not go unnoticed. Finally, thank you to the family and friends. You have come from around the world to celebrate with our students. And here we are. Look at y'all, you have made it. So hello, class of 2025. Today, we celebrate your grit, your growth, and your greatness. You have crossed the finish line, and we couldn't be more proud to cheer you on as you step into the next chapter of your lives when you walk out of this arena. When you first arrived on campus, some of you may have been wide-eyed, some skeptical, some already plotting your transfer. You probably didn't imagine this moment, but here you are. You have studied, you have struggled, laughed, cried, and maybe even sprinted across campus to make it to class on time. Some of you were even on the brink of quitting, but through it all, you found something powerful. You found your voice, you found your community, you found your purpose, and you found your home here at GGC. As president, I had the joy of hearing your stories. Some were hilarious, some heartfelt, but all of your stories have been unforgettable. You have confidently told me what works, what doesn't, and what absolutely must change. And I have listened. All of us have listened, because your experience matters. Believe me when I say to you that you have shaped this college as much as it has shaped you. GGC is a relatively young institution. We're working to establish ourselves as a first choice. But for all of you today, it was your best choice. You discovered mentors who believed in you, classmates who inspired you, and opportunities that challenged you to rise. And rise you did. So today we celebrate not just your academic achievements, but your resilience, your transformation, and your future impact. You are now part of a proud community of Grizzlies who will go out into the world ready to lead, serve, shine, and prosper. So again, I want to thank you. Thank you for trusting us with your journey. Thank you for making GGC better. And thank you, students, for proving that sometimes stories have unexpected beginnings. As you leave these grounds, I encourage you to go out and represent yourselves and this institution with Grizzly pride. Now it's time to hear from one of your fellow graduates. This afternoon's graduate speaker is Shara Ivanofi. In 2021, Shara was in her first year of college and already excelling as a star student at the Budapest University of Economics and Business. There, a friend told her about the Georgia Rotary Student Program. The program was founded to give students from war-torn Europe an opportunity to study in the U.S. institutions. This prestigious program admits fewer than 30 students worldwide each year, and Shara was among the fortunate few selected. Leaving everything she knew behind, she moved to Lawrenceville, Georgia. But that wasn't easy. But she felt it was her calling. After a challenging and emotional start, GGC became a place of transformation for Shara. She served as a senior resident assistant, the president of the Law Society, and an officer of the Student Government Association. Today, Shara graduates with a Bachelor's of Arts in Political Science. And after graduation, she plans to work as a paralegal or law assistant and hopes to work for humanitarian and non-governmental organizations such as the United Nations. Audience, please join me in welcoming Shara to the podium.
Good morning, my fellow graduates, faculty, staff, family, and friends. My name is Shara Ivánfai, or as many as you know me, Shushu. I believe we can all agree that today marks a milestone in our lives. Isn't it crazy how much we have changed since freshman year? How many times have we rewritten a paper? How many times have we wanted to sleep in but chose to get dressed and attend our 8 a.m. classes? How many times did we struggle to find our favorite parking place? How many times have we just simply wanted to quit? But we didn't. We made it. And I am so incredibly honored to be standing here today speaking to all of you. When I was first nominated to be the commencement speaker, I thought I had so much to say. But standing here now, all I feel is my heart racing, my eyes trying not to cry a river, and my mind praying that my makeup survives the pictures. But what I can say with absolute certainty is that I am incredibly proud of each one of you. We learned, we cried, we laughed. We showed up. Each one of us carries a story of late nights, small victories, and big dreams. Some of us are parents, some first-generation students, and some international students still trying to figure out what sweet tea actually is. But no matter where we came from, we built something beautiful here, a community that believes in possibility. And one thing we never did was to give up. And that, my friends, is called courage. This world needs us, the problem solvers, the believers, the doers, the innovators, the visionaries, the change makers, and the world changers. Georgia Gwinnett College not only provided us with an education, but it also transformed our lives. This place wasn't just a campus, it was a home. For me, it has been my home for almost 5 years. And now here we are, dressed in caps and gowns, closing one chapter and stepping into the next. Some of us are heading to graduate school, others to new jobs or cities, and some are still figuring things out, and that's perfectly okay. GGC didn't just teach us facts, it taught us faith. Faith in ourselves, in each other, and in what we can become. Faith has been a vital part of my journey, the journey that led me to this stage today. Now, allow me to share a bit of my journey. I know many of you have wondered where this accent actually comes from. I was born and raised in Hungary. I started university in Budapest when a friend from a volunteering organization told me about a study abroad opportunity. It is a prestigious international program that selected only around 30 people from all around the world. Many people, including my classmates and advisors, told me not to even try. They said I wasn't special enough to be chosen. Well, apparently, I tend to prove people wrong, because here I am today, graduating from an American college. Thank you. Some call it delusion, others call it faith. For me, it was both. Leaving my family, my country, my well-planned life behind wasn't easy, but it was my calling, one that I never questioned. Looking back, most people would have probably called me crazy. I barely spoke English, I didn't know anyone here, and I carried only 2 things with me: hope and a huge blue suitcase that was definitely over the airline's weight limit. At first, I was very shy and uncertain. When I came to GGC, I started introducing myself as Sarah instead of Shara or Shushu, hoping it would make it easier for me to fit in. I wanted to blend in, to belong. What most people didn't see how hard it was behind that smile. When the nights when homesickness just hit so hard, it felt like a weight on my chest. Or when I would lie awake worrying about my family back home, knowing that the war in Ukraine was happening just a few hours from where I grew up. But GGC became more than a campus to me. It became a place of transformation. I went from that quiet girl who doubted her place in this big world to become a senior resident assistant, the president of Law Society, a student government association justice, and most importantly, part of a community that became my chosen family. Every role, every challenge, every late night conversation helped me to rediscover who I truly am. Not just Sarah, but Shara, the girl who found her strength in her voice and pride in her roots. My journey wasn't easy, but it was real. Through every struggle, I learned that growth isn't about becoming someone new, it's about becoming more of who you are. Beyond the chaos, the homesickness, the challenges, I found courage, purpose, and a voice that I will carry with me far beyond this stage today. As a political science and criminal justice major, I've spent a lot of time thinking about justice, fairness, and what it truly means to make a change. But what GGC taught me is that change doesn't just happen in courtrooms or government offices. It happens in classrooms, dorm rooms, in moments of kindness, in standing up for others, and in never, ever giving up on what's right. I came here to gain an education that I could use to transform lives. And today, I'm realizing a piece of that dream. My dream, the one that has came true over the past several years, would not have been possible without the endless support from so many people. I want to thank my parents and siblings for supporting me from across the continent, my professors for seeing the light in me, my housing family for helping me come out of my shell, my student life community for welcoming me as I am, my best friends who became my home far away from home, and God for never letting go of my hand on this beautiful journey. Now, let's take a moment to acknowledge all our family, friends, faculty, staff, and other special people who contributed to our success. Oh, and by the way, my parents are here with us today for the first time in the United States. So, my dear fellow graduates, be curious, never stop learning, stay passionate, love people, be the light, and never, ever give up on yourself. Class of 2025, it has been my honor to speak to you today. Cheers, or in my language, egészségünkre.
Thank you, Shara. Thanks for sharing such a positive message with us. I admire your resilience, and I wish you all the best. For everybody else who are curious more about, you could read more about Shara in our news section of our website. Again, congratulations on a job well done. It is now my honor to introduce today's distinguished guest speaker, Dr. Deep Shah. Dr. Shah is Vice Chair-elect of the University System of Georgia Board of Regents. He's a practicing physician, primary care physician, and Chief Operating Officer of Gwinnett Clinic. A nationally recognized leader in healthcare and operations and finance, Georgia Trend and Casa Conley named him a top doctor. Beyond the clinic, Dr. Shah is a passionate advocate for community-based, patient-centered care, serving at both state and federal levels. His leadership has earned him numerous accolades, including an Alpha Omega Alpha Fellowship and appointments to the board of Wellstar, MCG Health, and Touchmark National Bank. Dr. Shah is a proud graduate of the University of Georgia, one of GGC's sister institutions in the University System of Georgia. As a student, he was a Foundation Fellow and recipient of the Truman and Rhodes Scholarships. He holds a master's degree in social policy from Oxford University and a medical degree from Harvard, with residencies completed at Emory. You can read his full bio in your commencement program. Please join me now in welcoming a physician, a leader, and a champion for better healthcare, Dr. Deep J. Shah.
Good afternoon. Before I'm going off script, sorry. I hope you always introduce yourself as Shushu going forward. And I just thought that was a lovely story. And one more thing to mention. I have attended many commencement ceremonies, and both this morning and this afternoon, student speakers went out of their way to mention their families and friends. That is not something you normally hear, and I think it speaks to the humility of the graduating class. So congratulations to all of you. I'm sure my mother wants me to acknowledge her, so she's here, okay? And my father. Thank you for having me. President Joseph, the Georgia Gwinnett College leadership team, and most importantly, all of you. Thank you for the privilege of being here and honoring all of us with your accolades and achievements. My charge as commencement speaker is to congratulate and inspire you. But the truth is that preparing for today's gathering actually inspired me. I first asked President Joseph and her team to share with me biographies of some of GGC's most accomplished alumni. I learned about 2018 graduate Joshua Elbaz, owner and managing partner of Elbaz & Elbaz, one of Gwinnett County's top criminal defense law firms. and Dr. Margie Gill, a member of GGC's inaugural class of 2008. Dr. Gill founded Tabitha's House, a Buford-based nonprofit supporting survivors of sex trafficking and sexual abuse. And Tyler Walsh, who graduated from this institution in 2011 and went on to a successful career in finance. Tyler has since given back to the Grizzly Nation through a speaker series, attending campus events, and contributing to multiple scholarship funds. These are just a handful of your predecessors. Reading about them made me even more excited to be present with you today. Because now, when I look out, I do not see college graduates. I see heroes. I see community and family-loving young people, and some not so young people, one of the many things I admire about GGC. I see individuals who made choices that others may not have understood. To advance your education at a community-focused institution that allowed you to be closer to your village. Maybe you needed your village or your village needed you. Either way, you made it work, and here you are. On the surface, you have earned an undergraduate degree today. Your diploma will state that you have been awarded a Bachelor of Arts, a Bachelor of Science, or a Bachelor of Business. But I hope you graduate with the feeling that you have earned more than what's in those green cases. I hope you enter this next chapter with the confidence that you have actually earned 4 degrees. Not 1, but 4. Yes, the one that will be handed to you and proudly live on your wall for everyone to see and admire. But also 3 additional degrees that will live inside each of you. We call these the FIO degrees. FIO degree number 1, the Figure It Out degree. I give full credit to Chancellor and former Governor Sonny Perdue for creating, popularizing, and handing out the original FIO degrees. It captures how we at the University System of Georgia strive to make a college education practical and useful across the job market. FIO degree number 2, the Fight It Out degree. I made this one up. And FIO degree number 3, the Forgiveness in Our Heart degree. That's actually FIOH, but I made it up, so it sounded better to have 3 degrees than 2 when you write a speech. So congratulations, all of you quadruple majors during your time at GGC. That's a great value for your tuition dollars. As I describe the FIOs, allow me to give you some background. You heard in that generous introduction that I am someone who chased big names for my degrees. But nearly 20 years later, I realized that much of the value of those degrees was derived from the hidden curriculum embedded in a college education. The degrees accorded for learning to interact with the world while studying in the protected corridors and quads of a college campus. The ways in which we learn to figure it out, fight it out, and forgive in our heart. The first is the original FIO Figure It Out degree. Employers want you to use what you've learned here in order to solve problems. Figure it out. Can you apply what you have learned in the classroom to help the world around you? And not only in the way that you or I want to help the world, but in the way the world needs us to help it. Demonstrate to your supervisors and employers that you take ownership to solve problems. Whatever you have studied here at GGC, when you move on to the next stage, you will have to show that you are willing and able to figure it out. The FIO degree will serve you well and is recognized well beyond the workplace, at home, and in all relationships. We develop implicit trust in those who are committed to resolving problems, not just talking about them. Those who are relentlessly resourceful in working the problem in front of you. The Fight It Out degree takes the concept of resourcefulness to the next level. Are you willing, in the age of social media and influencers, to fight it out for what you believe? Are you willing to fight for those who need your voice? I often wonder how or why college graduates work only for a paycheck, when there are so many ways to get paid while doing good. So you must first fight it out with yourself. Why are you choosing the career ahead? Is it because it brings you joy, satisfaction, and a good quality of life? Or are you following a path of someone whose values may not necessarily align with your own? After we fight it out inside ourselves and feel confident in the choices ahead, then we will find the courage to fight it out with the world when the occasion requires. And we know now that we have a community like the one in which we find ourselves today to support us through those challenges. The third FIO is not really FIO, it's FIOH, I'm aware. But again, thank you for indulging me. It is the Forgiveness in Our Heart degree. It is very easy to have strong opinions. What is hard is to find common ground with those who may disagree. And perhaps even harder is to forgive those who we may feel have wronged us during those disagreements. And still even harder is to forgive ourselves. But that is precisely what a college graduation should provide you: perspective to do just those things. I will share with you an excerpt written by Mr. Warren Buffett. Last month, the billionaire announced that he will be stepping down from his investment firm, Berkshire Hathaway. In the farewell letter he wrote, Mr. Buffett shared the following about forgiving oneself. Quote, "My advice, don't beat yourself up over past mistakes. Learn at least a little from them and move on. It is never too late to improve. Get the right heroes and copy them. Remember Alfred Nobel, later of Nobel Prize fame, who reportedly read his own obituary that was mistakenly printed when his brother died and a newspaper got mixed up. He was horrified at what he read and realized he should change his behavior. Don't count on a newsroom mix-up. Decide what you would like your obituary to say and live the life to deserve it. Greatness does not come through accumulating great amounts of money, great amount of publicity, or a great power in government. When you help someone in any thousands of ways, you help the world. Kindness is costless, but also priceless. Whether you are religious or not, it's hard to beat the golden rule as a guide to behavior. All this from a billionaire who famously still lives in the Omaha home that he purchased in 1958 for $31,500. Congratulations. You are graduating with not one, but 4 degrees. You are... You are graduating knowing how to figure it out, fight it out, and forgive in your heart. And on behalf of your new village, we look forward to standing beside you every step of the way. Congratulations again, and thank you for your attention.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna go off script as well. Honestly, this is like a bittersweet moment because a lot of your faces I've pretty much entered Georgia Gwinnett College at the same time as you guys. Even our commencement speaker, Shushu, I've known since 2022 when we was part of the same organizations where Greenlight Activities Board, I was one of her bosses where she pretty much introduced herself as Sarah to learning that Shushu was her real identity, who she truly was, to the point now she became my boss as one of my SRAs. So it's pretty fun seeing the experience of her. Even the crowd today, I got a couple of my friends here, and it's kind of like a little heartwarming to see everybody. And I'm proud of that because pretty much next year I'll be in the same seat as you guys. So it's kind of, I'm happy and sad to see. Obviously I'm gonna see most of you guys, but it's kind of, little tears might come out my eyes as I see you guys walk the stage. But I'm proud of all of y'all. School of Business, School of Liberal Arts. You guys did an amazing job. Two of the most, prestigious degrees out there. You guys have done that, and hopefully you guys a round of applause for that. Pretty much. All right. So, well, good afternoon. My name is Corian Johnson, and I'm the president of the Student Government Association. Dr. Shaw, thank you for being here today to share your wisdom with the fall class of 2025. In appreciation of the positive impact your words will have on each of us for years to come, it is my honor to present to you this gift on behalf of both the student body and the class of 2025. Again, thank you for being here today.
Thank you, Corian, for that presentation and for your leadership of our student government. Dr. Shah, thank you again for accepting our invitation to share your wisdom. I am certain our graduates and everyone attending will remember your insightful and relevant remarks. Graduates, you're just moments away from joining a remarkable network of GGC alumni from around the world. Here to greet you is Malik Cooper, chair of the GGC's Alumni Association Board. Malik graduated from Georgia Gwinnett College in 2020 with his bachelor's in business administration. He's a senior customs coordinator at an international shipping and container transportation company. Malik is active in his community and has volunteered at events for a variety of causes throughout the metro Atlanta area. In 2021, he received the 35 under 35 Gwinnett Young Professionals Award from the Gwinnett Chamber of Commerce. It is my privilege to welcome Malik to the podium.
Thank you, President Joseph. Graduates, today marks not just the end of a chapter, but the beginning of a legacy. You heard part of my story earlier, and I want you to know that you too have a story of success, bravery, and honor. Just look at where you are at this very moment. On behalf of the Alumni Association, I welcome you into a vibrant community of dreamers and doers. You now carry the torch lit by those who came before you, and it's your turn now to shine and boldly represent your alma mater, GGC. Wherever life takes you, remember you will always be a part of the Georgia Gwinnett College family. Understand that you are part of something bigger, something enduring. So let us know how we can continue to serve you. Congratulations and welcome to the alumni family. I look forward to seeing you at our events and maybe serving alongside you as an active board member. Thank you. Go Grizzlies.
Thank you, Malik, for sharing your time with us today. We appreciate you immensely and look forward to seeing you and your fellow alumni throughout the year. At this time, we'll proceed with a presentation of degree candidates. I now call on the Senior Vice President of Academic and Student Affairs, Dr. Shavonda Mills, who will acknowledge those candidates who will graduate with honors and introduce the deans who will present the fall candidates for graduation. Dr. Mills.
Thank you, President Joseph. In a moment, the deans of the School of Business and School of Liberal Arts will present the candidates for the Nexus degree and baccalaureate degrees of Bachelor of Business Administration, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Arts. First, we will recognize those candidates who are graduating with academic honors. Graduates earning academic honors are noted on the graduate lists in your program. Academic honors will be announced as these graduates' names are called. Those graduates with the honors designation of summa cum laude have earned a grade point average above 3.875. Magna cum laude reflects those graduates who earned a grade point average above a 3.75. And those students graduating cum laude have earned a grade point average above a 3.5. Will those students graduating with academic honors please rise and be recognized? Thank you. Thank you, and please be seated. At this time, I ask the deans of our two schools to come forward to present the Fall 2025 candidates and their applicable degrees and majors, which are listed in the commencement program. Dr. Tyler Yu, Dean of the School of Business, and Dr. Marcus Gilley, Interim Dean of the School of Liberal Arts.
President Joseph, on behalf of the School of Business faculty, it is my privilege to present the candidates who have completed the prescribed course of study for the Bachelor of Business Administration and the Bachelor of Science. These degree candidates, by character and achievement, as judged by the faculty, have proven themselves worthy. Will the degree candidates with majors in business administration, management information systems, and the members of the faculty in the School of Business please rise? Please be seated.
President Joseph, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Liberal Arts, it is my privilege to present the candidates who have completed the prescribed course of study for the Nexus degree, the Bachelor of Arts, and the Bachelor of Science. These degree candidates, by character and achievement as judged by the faculty, have proven themselves worthy. Will the degree candidates with majors in production for film and television, professional editing for film and television, cinema and media arts production, English, history, political science, criminal justice, Human Development and Aging Services, Human Services, Integrative Studies, and Psychology, as well as the faculty of the School of Liberal Arts, please rise. Please be seated.
Would the candidates for the School of Business come forward and accept your diplomas from President Jan L. Joseph and be congratulated by Dean Tyler Yu of the School of Business?
Lisa Wynn. Ufu Maugene Itajere. Aldrich P. Posadas. Nicole Marie O. Stallard, cum laude. Tamara Mustafa, summa cum laude. Deontay Demetrius Evans. Clayton Patrick Logan, summa cum laude. Caitlin Olivia King. Julissa Samaron. Jessica Marbon, cum laude. Angelica Noel Dial. Kia Von Raquel Arevalo. Diotric Lewis Coleman. Lawrence Neoncon Jury Jr., cum laude. Sara Elyazovich, summa cum laude. Trophy Warte Thompson. Olga Yanette Miranda. Margi Keval Patel, cum laude. Jacari Marquise Dozier. Jonathan Daniel Clack, II. Henry Akizi. Edgar Vega. Alicia Mercedes Anderson. Brandon Leonardo Powell, cum laude. Nathaniel Paul Kelly. Orin Damad Papoy. Grace Andrea Katie Tenyan. Azizat Adetayo Olaoluwa. Nicholas D. Brown, cum laude. Melanie Ramirez, magna cum laude. Taylor Page Hayes. Sean Paul Bowen. James Matthew Lee. Daniela Arcos, summa cum laude. Chi Moa, magna cum laude. Hosai Habibi. Lindsay Hill. Charles George Colbert. Hunter Lee Joshua Lumley. Emily Nicole Harkness. Anne Diophne Prince. Jordan Lobo. Deng Koa Huang, summa cum laude. Daniel Kenneth Bourne. Emmanuel Vasquez Martinez. Bianca Jasmine de Abreu Mendes. Rod R. Maddy. Samuel Becerra Puentes. Esteban Correa Mejia, cum laude. Trenton DeMarcus Yearby. Brandon Taylor. Jaden Khalil Salim. Vanessa Hernandez Sainz. Nayeli Grisel Niz Santos. Alexa Jeanette Yanis Corvera. Patricia Elliott Bradley. Isabella Merchan Villalba. Caleb Carlton Dill. Alyssa Milan Johnson. Olivia Jewel Held, summa cum laude. Haya Kim, cum laude. Sarah Simone Pritchett. Molly Gold Chia Win. Jalen Montez Watts. Trinity Michaela English. Allison Bagley. Anislade Giselle Duenas Alvarado. Marangeli Roman Robles, magna cum laude. Ayomide Hawanat Adewuni. Emily Esther Corvea, summa cum laude. Darling Castaneda, cum laude. Blake Anthony Fisher. Rasiah Matthew Sulf. Warren Andre Gray. Nasip Akopa Jr., cum laude. Emmanuel Axel Cardenas, cum laude. Justin Theus. Ricardo Navash Mitchell. Muhammad Hussein. Hannan Anwar Yusuf. Cecilio Avila Vega, cum laude. Jocelyn G. Rivas. Michelle Valentina Marine. Elliot Alexander Perez Escobar. Nicholas Thomas Smith, magna cum laude. Ahmad Abdul Nasser Shunaigat. Justin H. Wynn. Nikayla Jade Parker. Kevin Cameron Minto, cum laude. Eddie Jamal Kittrell. Chris Rafael Mendoza. Wendy Elizabeth Garcia. Juan F. Honesto Zapata. Jocelyn Tate Carpenter. Coralie Franca Pierre, cum laude. Sabrina Tiana Danielle. Ayana Lynette Glaspie. Clarice Sharima Nicolette Brathwaite, cum laude. Camilla Bell Thomas, cum laude. Jennifer Salinas Bravo. Cody Luttrell, cum laude. David Crisfield Carrier, magna cum laude. Rosa Maria Cervantes. Mark Lloyd Cummings, Jr. Tiini Mustafa Haji. Serena Selin Rains. Amanda de la Caridad Prieto Mancebo, cum laude. Fausto Benjamin Fernandez Rambalde. Braulio Cisneros. Suzanne Aldora Vanel Kamgang Tobiwu. Sumera Hussein. Annette Nerkuo Tete. Sherry Wynn Tran.
Would the candidates from the School of Liberal Arts come forward and accept your diplomas from President Jan L. Joseph and be congratulated by Interim Dean Mark Gilley?
Jonathan F. Cha. Andrew Va Long Thao. Angela Gonzalez. Leila Yasmina Memovich. Mary Elizabeth Brunt, cum laude. Adriana Beatriz Soto Herrera, cum laude. Michelle Tapia Garcia. Joshua F. Zirock. Mia D. Albanese. Catherine Ann Mistretta, summa cum laude. Nia Lachey Baker. Imani Corley. Justin Lanier Walker. Talisha Lachey Brown. Cesar Ibarra Jr., cum laude. Daje Simone Sims. Andrea Gale Tanner, cum laude. Kaylee Michelle Nye. Kristen Nicole Guthrie. Benjamin Avery Perry, cum laude. Tyler Ashton Castellanos, magna cum laude. Devin Michael Dusik. Olajumoke Shanika Giwa. Karine Andrea Campbell. Damali Renee Cunningham. Beate Bondo. Jos Venya Gaspard. Taylor Ariana Knowles. Jocelyn Karina Vega. Priscilla Sosa, cum laude. Melissa Lily Smith. Michael Christian Simmons, summa cum laude. Tyler Bradley Houseman. Mallory Elaine Tullis, summa cum laude. Rochelle Nash. Taria Nore Alexander. Lyric Imani Brown. The Way Emanuela Wings. Maite P. Walker Works. Brandon Tyree Johnson. Yasmina A. Maravilla, magna cum laude. Jackson Paul Sosabi. Wael Basmal Estefan, cum laude. Joshua B. Castaneda, summa cum laude. Catherine Elizabeth Lopez. Jade Nicole Pinella. Brittany J. Adams. Lion C. Roberts. Corey L. Mobley Jr. Quincy T. Dodd. Giancarlo Rendon Sabogal. Josetta Fenella Anderson. Tyla Monet Harris. Xochitl Adelaida Diaz. Haley Elizabeth Prescott. Jayla Monet Leak. Arisa Rachel Ross. Vanessa Michelle Bailey, summa cum laude. Megan Danielle Wee. Monique Lanai Harkless. Isaiah Mitchell Sebhantu. Isabella Rowland, cum laude. Jeff Lawrence Woods, Jr. Joquavius Jarrell Gibson, cum laude. Aspra Timesiae Campbell.
Jaya Thomas.
Kingdom Sarahi Flores. Bruce Clemente Garcia. Joshua Glenn. Sochil Guzman. Natisha Youngblood. Desha Rasha Campbell. Vincent Anthony Arriaga. Yesenia Guadarrama. Seth Tanner Pearson. Christian Danielle Reed. Kirsten Renee Brown. Donna Diane Ebert. Sarah Nabil. Brianna Marie Valadares. Cameron Angelique Renee Lindsay, cum laude. Milagros Rodriguez Lockhart. Victoria Sarai Damian. Sebastian Walter Beal. Connor Matthew Salmon, summa cum laude. Jocelyn J. Lorenzo Santiago. Angelica Michelle Gallegos, magna cum laude. Deshaun Williams. Tomas Jose L. George. Lillian Sue Landrum. Nicole Elizabeth Swan. Emily Jane Mosher. Jaden Bradley Tiller. Mackenzie Elise Kojahan. Chelsea Nabucha Mukenya. Trinity Ari Johnson. Eva Vera Niarco Hayford. Izzy Briceno, summa cum laude. Lore Van Onsem. Summa cum laude. Isid Hernandez Leon, cum laude. Haley Grace Olson, summa cum laude. Rex Chuku Nalu Nwogor. Nicholas L. Miller. Gabriel Garcia. Hugo Valdivia. Tariq Levon Talbert. Bridget Lawler, cum laude. Chigozie Alexis Ebuchue. Leah Alexander Gizao. Carla Jurali Ramirez Granados, magna cum laude. Akea E. L. Johnson. Daniela Zepeda, magna cum laude. Erica Jasmine Guevara Castro. Malia Elizabeth Sharp, cum laude. Ashani Shavonai Stokes. Ruby Emilia Morjan. Ian Austin Chamberlain. Carlos Perez Mendoza, cum laude. Maddie Janelle Johnson, cum laude. Angel Jasmine Butler. Danny Kuika. Gary Christopher Mooney, summa cum laude. Valerie Margaret White, summa cum laude. Anna Grace Bolden. Ashley Taylor Hendrick, cum laude. Adelaide Grace Evans.
Kiani Purdy.
Andrea Lozano Cano. Laverne Everlina Harrison. Shara Ivanfoy.
We still have some time before we get crazy, so now will all the fall candidates for graduation, which is all of you, I just shook your hands, all the deans, the faculty, please rise. This is when it gets real. By the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University System of Georgia, and pending final approval of the Georgia Gwinnett College faculty and certification by the GGC Registrar, I hereby confer upon you the Nexus and Bachelor's degrees as designated and recorded in today's commencement program. These degrees are conferred with all the rights and privileges and the responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Graduates, you may now transfer your tassel from your right to your left, signifying your official graduation from Georgia Gwinnett College. Now I'll ask everyone to join the graduates and stand in. Please, everybody please stand. Because now we are going to sing the Georgia Gwinnett College alma mater. It is going to be led for us by our own student, Zay Nelson. But before he starts, let me just tell you that following the alma mater, we would have a celebration with a luncheon of cannons. Not too loud, but please do not be startled.
We have gained wisdom and honor from our home of green and gray. We will go forth and remember all we've learned along the way, and with knowledge and compassion we will build communities, leading by example and with dignity. Georgia Gwinnett will never forget how we have grown and those that we've met. Georgia Gwinnett, with love and respect, our alma mater. Georgia Gwinnett, our alma mater. Georgia Gwinnett.
Thank you, Zay. That was a wonderful rendition of our GGC alma mater. This concludes today's commencement exercises. We look forward to continuing our celebration outside Building B with a reception. On behalf of the graduates, the faculty, the staff, the administration, thank you all for celebrating with us. Please enjoy the rest of your day. Go Grizzlies!